tightening presidential race tonight with a background of growing concerns about Russian efforts to sow serious doubt in the U.S. electoral system. Whatever warning President Obama delivered to Russian leader Vladimir Putin about staying out of U.S. politics may not have had much of effect yet, according to U.S. officials. Just one day after their icy stare down in China, there are new indications from U.S. intelligence officials that Putin's cyber spies are actively trying to disrupt the November election and attack other American interests around the world. Kevin Corke is traveling with the president and reports tonight from Laos.
With Election Day a mere 2 months away, U.S. intelligence and law enforcement agencies are investigating a possible Russian plot to convince Americans to distrust the voting outcome in November, even before the first ballots have been cast. Just last week, U.S. officials reported that election systems in Illinois and Arizona had been hacked and that Russia was most likely responsible. Russian hackers have also been blamed for intrusions into records of the House Democrats' campaign organization and the Democratic National Committee, the latter of which was exposed by WikiLeaks and led to the resignation of DNC Chair Debbie Wasserman Schultz.
The fact that our intelligence professionals are now studying this and taking it seriously raises some grave questions about potential Russian interference with our electoral process.
In an interview, Russian President Vladimir Putin rejected suggestions that the Kremlin had any rooting interest in the outcome of the American election this fall and shouldn't be blamed for any cyber incursions.
This is very difficult to verify, if not completely impossible to verify. At a state level, we are definitely not involved in this.
The effort to better understand what many believe is a covert Russian campaign is being coordinated by the Director of National Intelligence, James Clapper, who is yet to comment on the probe. But a senior U.S. intelligence official has told the Washington Post Russia's activity is something we're looking very closely at. And while no definitive proof of tampering has been found, even the hint of something impacting the security of our election system would be of a significant concern. News of the investigation comes as President Obama addressed the subject directly with Putin at the G20 summit this week in China. Mr. Obama said the United States didn't want to engage in some Wild West cyber war with Moscow and warned neither should the Kremlin.
Our goal is not to suddenly, in the cyber arena, duplicate a cycle of escalation that we saw when it comes to other arms races in the past, but rather to start instituting some norms so that everybody's acting responsibly.
I think the era of resets is over. We tried it for the last 8 years. It didn't work. Whoever becomes the next president is going to have to try something new, and it shouldn't start with a reset button.
And just one more nugget from that Bloomberg interview you saw there with Vladimir Putin. He was asked if he'd be interested in running for re-election in 2018. He said flatly it was absolutely premature to say. Brett?
Kevin Corke traveling with the president in Laos tonight. Kevin, thank you.